All right, everyone, welcome back to the Triple C. We've got Crochet, Collectables, and Chatting. I am joined by my lovely host. We've got the Creepy Crochet. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. The Creepy Crochet is here.
It is officially October, which means it's Halloween time. Decorate all those wonderful ghosts, skeletons, vampires. Oh my. We've got Halloween specials coming on. And the Creepy Crochet, you got a few things coming on for Halloween, don't you?
Oh, it's going to be so amazing. I have been working, I can't say around the clock, but I have been working really hard these past 3 days. Oh, there I am. Yes. I've been working on unlocking lore dark mode, which will be the new theme for October. I will be telling dark stories. I'm not a really creepy person, even though I am right now the Creepy Crochet. But I am, but I love dark stories. So I've decided that for the whole month, I'm going to be telling creepy stories. And I've been working on a new intro that has, it's really, really cool. It's going to be really awesome. I have been working on After Effects, millions of tutorials, lots of time invested. So yeah, lots of work there.
That's awesome. I am definitely looking forward to your dark mode lore videos coming out. I think your first one starts tomorrow, right?
Yes. So stay tuned. I think I already put up the link on my Twitter account, but I will link it up again. And there's Rayron doing it for me. So thank you so much.
No
and
problem.
I can see something else there, but I'm not gonna.
I got a few other things. So last week you debuted something here.
I did.
And I noticed on your Etsy store you got her right here.
Yes, I premiered Princess Serenity. She is my latest amigurumi crochet doll. She's not entirely finished, but since nobody has claimed her yet, so I'm going to take a little bit more time in finishing the final touches. She still has to have the bow in the back. She has to have her bracelet. I got to get her some shoes because you guys don't know, you can't see it, but she is barefoot right now. Although in some mangas she does come out barefoot, so that's fine in that sense. So,
yeah, and that's where you can find her on her Etsy store.
Thank you so much. Yep, you can find me there. Problem. So yeah, and I did as you saw before on my channel, you saw the new logo, and I worked like 6 or 7 times just to get that perfectly centered, and you can actually see the entire logo. And that was done.
I am glad I'm not the only one that has issues trying to center the banners on these channels. They are ridiculous.
They are so. I mean, why can't they just give us like a nice, standard background? Right. Why can't you just give us that? No, it has to be this way and that way, and you have to have this many pixels and less. Oh my goodness, my headsets are gone. But anyway,
oh no.
Yeah, but I'm back. So yeah, it's like so. I'm not gonna rant. Because this is going to be ranting, collectibles, and chatting.
Well, ranting is part of chatting, so
okay.
I am all good for that.
So yeah.
Dark mode. Yep, I am definitely excited for that. I'm just excited for Halloween altogether. There's so many channels doing so many good things.
Well, you got Gothic Therapy.
Yep.
So Go check out their page. Shout out! Oh my gosh, it's just that their last video, which has like probably 100 views in one day, for small content creators like us, they're even bigger than I am. To see your channel get 100 views in just one day is like, oh my gosh, wow! I probably saw that video and will probably be seeing it again like 10 times already. I was just so excited.
And
So
there
there they
they are, the
are.
wonderful people at Gothic Therapy. Again, also shout out to them as well, doing some great things. And
Doing
again,
some
it's
awesome.
all about escapism, and that's what we try to do here. We try to help you guys escape the real world a little bit, talk about the things that we're passionate about, and just show you guys that. And this is what we try to do.
Yeah. So, let me just. I
Now
want to.
to the main event.
Woohoo! What do you have for us today?
Okay, so the theme is going to be kind of a continuation from last time. We had the print of Cara Dune that I got in the other day.
Oh, shout out to Tabitha.
Yep, Tabitha. And I decided, yeah, we'll just continue it on with this episode. So the first one I want to show is the first wall scroll on this channel that I'm going to show.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
And yet this barely fits on my table here. This is actually one of my smaller wall scrolls. So I saw this online and it's like, I had to have it because I'm definitely biased towards, I think it's season 3 when they go to Crystal Tokyo and they see the future Neo Princess Serenity.
Neo Queen Serenity.
Neo Queen Serenity. There you go.
Yes, that's it.
She is a queen at the time.
Yeah.
So when they go to it, I just absolutely adore it. So when I saw this scroll, it's like, yep, I need to grab this. Because I just wish we can get more lore from the future. I just love the idea that you have this uni government that's unified of Earth, and the capital is basically Crystal Tokyo, and with a monarchy of being Sailor Moon and Darien and all of them. It's a huge fantasy that I like, and I wish we can just expand upon it more. So I tend to really collect things that are part of this season.
And I can see that looks like fan art more than more than canon.
Yeah, I collect a lot of fan art stuff.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah. All right, next one is also from fan art. Most of these prints and fan art, I try to put it in this frame. It's kind of an example, a simple Walmart frame to put on the wall because I really want to protect these. But this is one of the prints I got from actually this whole stack here was when I went to Salt Lake City Comic-Con a couple of years ago. I just collected all the prints that I could because it fits my theme of collecting unique items that I can't really get anywhere else, either from a website or from a comic store or anything like that.
Wow. And is it signed?
Yes. Well, most of these prints, the authors try to sign it. So Ravelyn was the signature here, and I actually have a couple of them that I bought from her. She had her stand and everything. I don't have a link, but I'll try to search for one later.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's
now these ones are more recent. So again, local anime store was selling a lot of these really cheap prints. I got like 10 of them for like $15. It's kind of ridiculous, but I got a whole bunch of them here.
Well, I remember my anime store had stuff that was really accessible. Like again, yeah, like $2 or $3 for a beautiful poster, which I didn't end up keeping, but yeah, I mean, they were just accessible to kids, which was like the main thing, right?
Yeah, that's really the big thing. And I know it says Crystal, but this is actually from the 90s anime, but it's kind of funny. A little technical error there, but it's still Sailor Moon. You can't say no Sailor Moon.
And you can say now you can there's a difference. If you put those two beside them, you can, like, the people on board can see the difference between Crystal and the original. So
yeah, very good point. So yeah, this is from the 90s, and this is the Crystal era. I haven't really watched Crystal. I need to. I just haven't had the time to. But you
Mm.
can see kind of the art difference between the two. Crystal, again, is more loyal to the manga. 90s is more
Mm-hmm.
censored to the 90s era when it came over from Japan into the Western world, into US and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between 90s and
Oh
Crystal.
yeah. Yeah. And I know that Crystal does have, I mean, it is very faithful to the manga, but it does have there is the difference. They did do a few changes to the series. So,
That
I
doesn't
mean,
surprise me.
but it's not that much. Just a little few tweaks and little things, things that only like real fans that are involved with like reading the manga
Mm-hmm.
can find out. But just a little bit, not too much.
And again, the quality of these, I'm surprised for how cheap they were. The quality just looks amazing.
Yes.
And I can't wait to get all these framed up. I'm going to have no room on my walls at this rate.
I can imagine that you don't have room practically anywhere left with all the stuff that you have.
For sure. But here you got all the scouts.
That's so
and
beautiful.
Sailor Moon in her super form.
So now looking at Sailor Saturn right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her. For those of you who don't know, it's really funny because when we did when we were on Lethal Lightning's and Lady Gravemaster's first podcast talking about Sailor Moon, that's where Ray Ron and I got together. We met there. And there was this guy who was interested in my Sailor Moon crochet.
Ah.
So he tweeted it out, said, "This is awesome." And he said, "My fiance would love one of these." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I have a few projects in my hands right now. So can I get back to you later?" And he said, "Yeah, sure." So when I finished this Serenity, I messaged him and say, "Hey, would your fiance be interested in this? I have this ready." And
Mm-hmm.
quite frankly, I really like this doll. I mean, I really like how it came out. So, like sometime afterwards, it wasn't like immediately. He answered me and said, "Short answer, yes. Long answer, I was geek talked by her telling me that she just loves Sailor Moon, but her favorite was Sailor Saturn. And if you have
Awesome.
something for her." And I'm like, "Oh man, I thought she liked Sailor Moon." And he's like, "Nope. I just found out that my fiance loves Sailor Saturn. So if you have something designed for her," and I'm like, "Well, right now I don't, but I'll definitely have something for her if she's interested." So
That's awesome. Yeah, I imagine you got to find like the pattern and the fabric and the weapon.
yeah, well, the weapon's gonna be a challenge,
Yeah.
definitely. The pattern, well, I'm just gonna follow the basic body pattern that I purchased with which and really came out nicely. And then yes, I would have to look into, for example, the fabric for her skirt mainly because the
Mm-hmm.
body is crocheted. It's crocheted white, but the details are fabric. So
Gotcha. Yeah, and especially when it comes to prints and figurines and so forth, finding prints that actually have the outer scouts, those ones are a little bit more rare to find. So
hmm.
if you can find a poster or a scroll that has all of them, I would definitely recommend grabbing it because they're a little bit more harder to find. I don't know why that is, but it's mostly the inner scouts that you see.
Well, I think the outer scouts are not that popular, even though they love them. I mean, people love them, but I don't know why. The inner sailors are just, I don't know. It's like strange
Yeah,
when you think about it.
I don't
Now
know.
that I think about it, I just left it at mid sentence. Like, now that I think about it, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just the way they were presented in the 90s. Everyone's familiar with season one, maybe season two, but
Yes.
past that, and then, with the controversies they've had with Neptune and Uranus,
Mm,
probably why, but still,
could
it's
be.
if you can find all the scouts together, I recommend definitely trying to grab them.
Hmm.
Hey, R2, how you doing?
Hey, R2. Just nerdy talking.
So, it says Imperial Silver Crystal, if I remember correctly.
No.
That
The Imperial Silver Crystal? I just thought it was the Silver Crystal.
maybe it's just Silver Crystal. I can't remember top of my head. But you have the
The
scouts
legendary.
looking at
No,
me
it's
here.
the legendary Silver Crystal. That's it. Yeah.
That's what it was. I knew there was something Silver Crystal. I just couldn't remember. The legendary Silver Crystal. All right, do a sidewise shot here.
Wow. The details are so precise.
Right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, and if you actually look, you can see that they all have a different look in their eyes. I mean, it's as if like they captured their personality in how they look at you.
Exactly. And it's like I know you can collect these digitally, but there's just something about having a print and having a physical copy. It's just I've always been a fan of physical media. But yeah, you said it
So
perfectly. Each one captures their own personality.
you look at Sailor Moon. She's like so innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Mercury is like just nice. Mars is a bully. Um, Jupiter's a badass, and Venus, is a slacker just like Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that they're so nice and beautiful prints, gorgeous prints. There you have it. Again, their personalities captured in the eyes.
That's another thing too. If you can find one like with tuxedo mask in the print, that's another kind of rare
Wow. You see
figure.
that I find that strange because the whole idea of Sailor Moon, I mean, the whole entire lore revolves on around the story, the love story between these two.
Yeah, and like I said, I haven't seen much of it, and I wish I could find more.
Hmm.
Now I do have a couple wall scrolls that highlight them, but I'll have to
Hmm.
show them a different day.
More to show.
Hmm. So you got the three. You got Amy, you got Serena, and you've got Chibi Moon Rini.
I've never seen these three together, as in one scroll. This is a surprise to me. I've always seen the five, or I've always seen
Hmm.
Tuxedo Mask with Serena, but I've never seen these three together. Interesting.
All right, we got our Venus.
Hmm. We got Super Sailor Venus there, and we got Sailor Venus
Yep,
normal.
and I think she's
So
using
for
her
the
love charm.
yeah. So for those of you who don't know how to recognize, there are some simple things that you can look at to see when it's super sailors or when it's just normal sailors. So for example, in the chest brooch, one of them is just a circle, and then the other one is a heart, which is when Serenity gives them superpowers to all of them. Huh? So all of the
Yep.
costumes change. And then if you look at her throat, um, the orange thing that she has around her throat, her neck, one of them has a star. I'm not sure if it's a star or a heart. You can tell me that.
Yeah, it looks like it's a star.
It's a star. Okay. So it has a star and the other one doesn't. So, which shows that they acquire more power.
I can't remember if it was in the manga, but their internal form kind of has like a on the shoulders is like a little bald sphere looking thing
Yeah,
for
also.
their internal phase.
Hmm. Hmm.
They go through a couple of power ups.
Hmm. It's like Saiyajin and Super Saiyajin.
Yeah. And then the girl herself, Sailor Moon.
Now that I compare it, it's funny because Sailor Moon is like basically an almost all girls club, and
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball is basically all guys.
But that's what made the
Which is
90s so
weird.
great. You had a show for pretty much everyone.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Oh wow, look at those, man. So when Sailor Moon passes through all these like changes, when she confronts like stronger villains, she acquires more powers, and her brooch changes, and with that also her costume, until finally she reaches well, in the anime it's Eternal Sailor Moon, and in first you get the money. What was that? I didn't get that. Oh my gosh. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women.
Happy wife, happy life.
Well, Rick, you know better than us. That's definitely true.
And
Anyway,
the spooky ghost.
so, and actually, in talking about ghosts, there in Sailor Moon season 3, we get a glimpse of King Endymion. Would that qualify as a ghost?
Yeah, technically.
Okay.
By our standards, he would be a living essence or a ghost. Yeah.
Okay. Because they're all asleep, by the way. They
Mm-hmm.
all enter this this sleep mode. All the sailors, King Endymion, because Queen Serenity was crystallized, literally.
Yeah, the legendary Silver Crystal basically encapsulates her. Encapsulates.
Mm-hmm.
But so we got Sailor Moon here using her wand.
Yeah.
Moon healing activation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that would be it. Mm-hmm. And if
Sorry,
you
what were you
notice on her, yeah. So if you notice on the forehead, she doesn't have her tiara. So that's another characteristic of between the anime and the manga. This is Sailor Moon Crystal. So there is, I guess you could say that the creators of Sailor Moon Crystal or the manga wanted to like, how can I put it? Well, they wanted to show off a little bit more that she is like the heiress of the Moon Kingdom. I guess you could put it that way.
No, that's a good perspective. I haven't thought of it that way.
Oh,
the more
I love
formal
this
attire.
style. I love this style. I love this style. Not like, well, the attire, but like the drawings.
Another good one that I like, because again, you've got all of the scouts represented, and I just love these prints if you can find them all.
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Pluto, Shitty Moon, Neptune, Uranus, Pluto. Hashtag Pluto is a planet. I always say that when I say Sailor Pluto. Pluto is a planet, not this dwarf planet.
Okay, this is fan art. And it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Well, at least that's what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is one of those prints that came in a couple bundles. But yeah, most of these are probably fan art.
Mm-hmm. Or a dog.
Oops.
So those are when they're, at least it looks like Mercury is using her power.
Yeah, they looks like they're all in attack mode. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can tell because Jupiter's got her lightning coming out of her
Oh,
tiara.
no, I can't really see
Well,
that,
not
but
lightning, the lightning rod.
the rod. Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. I love her eyes. Wow, so beautiful. No, amazing. Absolutely fantastic. And there she is. Oh my gosh.
In her eternal form. And
This
those
is
are
Sailor
the
Moon
shoulder
Return.
pads I was talking about.
Hmm.
And then with her wings, definitely one of her more prettier forms.
Hmm.
Because I'm slightly biased, I like the wings.
Okay. So that is in the last season when she confronts Sailor Galaxy, which I don't really, I mean, I like
Yeah.
Sailor Galaxy, but it's not like she's my favorite villain.
I just, it's definitely one of my more least favorite seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the idea of a formal Sailor Scouts actually being turned into evil.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I guess I don't like it because like it doesn't, at least I never found a really good backstory for her turning that much evil.
Yeah.
Whereas Beryl, which I think is one of my favorite villains, she does. So Beryl, for those of you who don't know, in the first season of Sailor Moon, Beryl is Queen Beryl, the evil person who captures um, the knights who were supposed to protect Prince Endymion, and and her story is that she was actually an Earthling back in the day, and back in the day when Prince Endymion, Princess Serenity, and all these people were living in peace, and she was in love with Endymion. There she is.
Let's see here. Yep.
Okay,
Queen
there she is.
Beryl.
So Queen Beryl was actually she's the same age as Prince Endymion and Princess Serenity, which is like more than 1,000 years old. Looks pretty good, huh? I hope. So,
Side note, she's the one I got her and one of the super Sailor Moons is like the last two I need for my pop violin collection.
oh wow, you got
And they're hard
Beryl.
to get.
That's what I was thinking. It looks like anime Jessica Rabbit. So anyway, the thing is that she's actually in love with Prince Endymion, and that's what gets her to the dark side.
Yep.
I wonder what that reminds me of. So that I mean that's it's a really sad story because it's a love that is not corresponded, and that's what takes her. That's what converts her to evil and a really very very bad evil, you could say. You know,
And that's one of the things I wish they would show in the 90s version is that more backstory to her. Because when you see her in the 90s version, she's
mm-hmm,
just the big bad of season one, and that's really it. But in the manga and Crystal,
mm-hmm,
you see the more character of her and why she went to essentially being evil.
mm-hmm, exactly. Has Sailor Moon ever done a crossover with another cartoon series like Voltron? Not
Not
that
to
I
my
know of.
knowledge. No.
Not that I know of.
There's been like some cameos, but not any crossovers.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is all the prints that I have, and then I'm just gonna go into some random prints here that I got from these ones. I know for a fact
Okay.
I got from the con.
Okay. Oh, Pokemon.
So this is Shiny Mew that I got when I was in the Salt Lake City Comic Con.
Wow. So pretty. Oh, my favorite. My absolute
Yep, my
favorite.
favorite too.
Oh,
So
yes.
so this is one of the legendary three from the original Pokemon. This is the stage 2 evolution of Charmander, which is Charizard. Again, this is from that same Ravelin author that did the Sailor Moon one that got framed.
Whoa,
I
wow.
bought a lot from her booth.
Wow, that beautiful. No, that is gorgeous, actually. Very gorgeous. El
All
Diablo.
right.
Not
The stage
exactly.
2 of Bulbasaur. This is
Mm-hmm.
Venusaur.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally the stage 2
Squirtle?
of Squirtle. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'm not that bad on my Pokemons again.
Now these ones I really liked. I got a couple of them framed on my wall. I forgot to bring them down, but these are hybrid
Ooh,
crossover prints.
that's interesting.
So it's basically a mashup of World War II and Star Wars.
Oh, wow. That's creative. That's
So
really
I've got
creative.
the Death Star, X-Wings, got the Millennium
Very
Falcon
cool.
kind of just stationed there.
Very nice.
I
That is
just
very
noticed
cool.
C-3PO and R2-D2
How
just
many
chilling
times?
there.
How long have you had these prints?
For a couple years now. I think this came from 2017.
Okay.
So I've had them for a couple years.
Ever watch Band of Brothers?
Yes. Yes, I have. I love Band of Brothers and the other one. I can't. The name's escaping me. The one that they did in the Pacific. Oh, is it the Pacific? I think that's the name of it. But this is the Iwo Jima scene. It's stormtroopers instead of the
Yeah.
Marines.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah, the Pacific. Yeah.
Also, do either of you like Adventure Time? Ooh, you got me there, R2. Sorry.
I've heard of Adventure Time. I've seen some clips. I just never had time to really get into it. So I absolutely love
Ooh,
this
that's
print.
pretty.
So I'm a
Ooh,
big
that's
fan of the
pretty.
evolutions. So basically, you
I'm
got the
also a
one
big,
Eevee.
yeah. And then you have all the different types of evolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you like most out of all the evolutions?
So I am biased towards the trading cards because this particular one did me really good at a local tournament, and that's Sylveon.
Okay. Well,
Sylveon's my favorite.
I haven't played any of them, but I am definitely a big fan of fire and the
Ah,
electricity. So I would
Flareon
be,
and Jolteon.
yeah, those two are my absolute favorites. Oh, so pretty.
All
Oh,
right.
wow.
So again, kind of the mashup of World War II and the Imperial Walkers.
That is so cool. You don't mind if I do some screenshots, right?
No, go for it.
Okay, cool. I'll put them up afterwards. G.I. Joe and Thundercats. Anybody? Thundercats! Oh my gosh, yes, Thundercats. I love
And if you guys
Thundercats.
were curious, it's author is Ludwig,
Arthur.
Ludwig.
Mm,
So if you're curious.
okay. Thanks, R2, for coming by. Don't
Yeah, thank
forget
you, R2. Have a
tomorrow.
good day.
Well, if you can make.
All right, and then going back to my favorite evolution.
Okay. What's her power?
Um, s- I haven't seen the anime version of this because I'm
Mm,
mostly biased towards the trading cards. So it's
okay.
mostly she has like a ribbon band attack,
Mm,
and a few other things. I just can't remember top of my head.
mm, mm. Oh,
And then we've got Mewtwo. Yeah, I just love the color. I love how it's got like the galaxy themed
wow.
for the overall body.
Do you know her power or his power or its
His
power?
power.
Gosh.
He's a psychic type, so he's all sorts of psychic abilities, mind
Okay.
abilities,
Okay.
psychic bolts.
Cool.
I know, again, in trading cards, he can mimic other abilities as well.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Oh, Pikachu.
Yep. And the most common one, Pikachu.
You know, that's pretty cool. You know, the mashup between the galaxies again. And
This one
so
is great. If you think about this one, it makes so much more sense.
Oh my gosh.
So, of course, if you think about this, you know, who was the actor that plays Deadpool? Who's the voice in Detective Pikachu? Yeah, this I saw this mashup and I had to have it.
Who's the author? That one's good.
This one is by at Ink It Comics. So it looks like they have a
Cool.
Twitter handler.
Yeah, TD
So
would
that'll be
love this one. TD would love this one.
yeah, so at Ink It Comics.
He's a badass.
I love this one. This is so a mashup of the Mona Lisa and Princess Leia. You got Alderaan, skyscraper buildings in the back, and you got the Death Star.
Oh my gosh, that was so sad.
Yeah, so if you guys play Star Wars: The Old Republic MMO game, you actually get to go to Alderaan, and this is what it looks like before it got obliterated in New Hope.
Wow. These people are so creative. Ooh. Wow, I like that.
So you get another of Bravelin's designs. So this is Mewtwo when he was in the test tube. Essentially, he had all the equipment that the science personnel had him on.
Oh, that makes me so sad now. Oh,
And then
wow.
our last one. This is Lugia from Pokemon as well.
It kind of reminds me of Toothless, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, one of the legendary Pokemon, they call it.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I gotta watch the show. It's been forever, but you've got like these. It's just a category type of Pokemon that they designate. So you got like mythical. You've got legendary. I can't remember the other ones top of my head, but it's just a class of Pokemon. It just means that it's more rare within the story. And that is pretty much all that I have.
That's beautiful graphics. Really beautiful graphics.
Right. But yeah, hopefully I can get. I'm probably just gonna do some pictures on my wall scrolls because they'll probably be a little bit too big for this table.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll probably do some pop finals next time. And yeah, Avery, you're talking about Thundercats. Just recently, I think one of my latest videos, I did a Snarf pop vinyl.
Oh wow.
So I'm definitely into the Thundercats. They're ones I really want to start collecting figure wise, but there's not a lot out there. Thundercats is a little bit less popular show than Sailor Moon was. So to find collectibles of them is pretty hard. But,
now, of course, Thundercats is older than Sailor Moon, if I'm not mistaken.
I would have to do some research. I'm not sure.
80s.
I think you're right. I think they came out in the 80s.
I think they came out in the 80s, and at that moment, it was just Candy, Marco. Okay, I don't think I would like any Winkunks from that guy. True
from
enough. 85. Yeah, from 85 exactly.
Yeah.
So like Thundercats obviously was just starting off. I guess your Saturday morning cartoons were just starting off, and then afterwards Sailor Moon came in. I mean, like anime basically came in because I I have no memory of Candy or any of these animes that were basically very popular in the 80s. I don't remember them in at least like on television in Canada. So
Yeah, the only thing I remember was from Toonami and Fox Kids, and I remember
mm,
Voltron. I remember Thundercats, Beast Wars. I
mhm.
remember very like the very ending of G1 Transformers. That's what got me into Beast Wars.
Okay.
But yeah, those were more of my earlier shows I remember.
Hmm. And then, well, I do remember Thundercats out more than I remember the stories. I remember that I really liked them and it was a good show. Now, exactly what happened, mm, I'd have to review it. And I tried looking for a streaming service that does air uh, Thundercats, but I haven't found any. If you guys know, um, just kind of let me know.
Yeah, I don't know if they're on any streaming service. I know for a fact that they come out on DVD. I've actually seen them in my local Walmart just recently that I've been eyeing.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I haven't seen them on any streaming service.
Well, Avery says Hulu.
Hulu,
On
okay.
Hulu. Okay. Well, you got uh, Soap Today also. You can get that there. So yeah, that would be interesting project for me. I have so many projects on my list right now. I'm actually doing Aragon for and this one's going to be paid, thankfully. This one
Nice.
finally, I finally find somebody who wants to pay me. So
Commissions is way to go.
oh yes, the problem is that the commissions that I get are not exactly my favorite. I get the Three Little Pigs. I got Tiki from Miraculous Ladybug. That was cool, but it's not.
Oh, I know that anime. That's a good. I like
Yeah,
that anime.
yeah. Well, I like the first and second season, but the third season, it was kind of going down again.
Yeah, I
And then the fourth
stopped with the
season,
second season.
I really liked the first and the second season. It was really nice, really cool. And
Yeah, my stepdaughter got me hooked into that one. It's like, oh, this actually has a Sailor Moon vibe to it. I like this.
and she
And
likes it.
it's got this cheesiness of if you just put two
Yes.
and two together, you know who the hero is.
And yet they don't find out. But yeah, that's a really nice show. Well, the first season, I was really happy to find it, and you know who got me that into that? My high school students.
Nah.
Yeah, first of all, I saw these, the backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the backpacks for like with this character, and I thought, oh, there's a new anime on. Like, okay, fine. And then one of my high school students said, "Yeah, it's so cool." And I'm like, "Okay, I got to watch this." And I just got hooked.
Yeah.
It's a good story. Um, and actually, some people don't actually consider it anime because it's CGI.
Yeah, I can see that.
So they were going to do an anime about that. That was the project, and I used to watch all these intros. They had one or two intros of anime. I mean, like drawn animes, and of what would have been the story. But then they went for CGI, which I think is fine, but they don't consider it anime.
Yeah, and I believe. Let's see here. So yeah, this is what we're talking about. So this is the Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, they added more characters, which I'm not familiar with. I think that's probably season 3 on.
Oh, then I did see season 3 and I liked it. And then season 4 is the one that I just I just said, no, not cool anymore.
And what's interesting is that this is, I think, a French production
Yes, it is.
originally.
Yes,
And you see it
it
all in
is.
Paris and everything. I think that's pretty cool. We're so used to seeing um, the plot being in either Tokyo or the US that now we get a little
Mhm.
bit of variety.
Mhm. Mhm. So basically, she is a Chinese descendant, even though her eyes do not say anything Chinese. She's a Chinese descendant. Her dad's French and her mom's Chinese, even though she is Chupang, I think it's called. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, and he is the son of uh, of a rich fashion designer, and he's a model himself. So, and it's really fun because he is in love with her in her super form, and she is in love with him in his normal form. So they kind of hit it off, but she is like, she's kind of not dorky, but more like very, very shy and very clumsy. That's the word.
Yeah,
She's
clumsy.
extremely clumsy, um, and that gets her into trouble in her human form. And him, I forget his name.
I just know him by Cat Noir. I can't remember what his human name is.
Okay. Well, anyway, that Marionette is her. Her is Marionette, and his name is I don't remember. Anyway, the hero's name, the hero in his human form is this very, very, um, calm, composed, um, nice, but you could say a little bit clueless to a certain extent.
Yeah, Clueless is a good one. Daydreams a
Um,
lot.
daydreams a lot, and in his human form. But when they transform, it's like a completely different personality. So she is this strong, at the beginning she's clumsy, but then she just, yeah. I mean, she just gradually matures and she's this strong leader of all the
Mhm.
miraculous heroes. And he is this the person he was never able to be in his human form because of his father, and he is just a relaxed, romantic guy who really wants to just hit it off with Ladybug, you know, and it's kind of funny because she is repelled by this character, you know, by this personality and attracted to his human form, whereas he is attracted to her super form and not so happy with her, with her human form.
And I don't know, this may be a trend for me when it comes to watching these animes and so forth, but there's always been an element of like a mentor or like some sort of partner. Like with Sailor Moon, you've got Luna and Artemis. With
Mm-hmm.
Miraculous Ladybug, you've got, I can't remember what they call these two uh,
They're called
pet things.
yeah,
Is
there
it?
are.
I can't remember.
Well, this is Tiki. The red one is Tiki, and
That's
the
what it
other
was.
one, Tiki and Plague is the second one.
There we
Kwamis.
go.
They're called Kwamis.
There we
That's
go.
it.
Yep, Kwamis. And then with like Digimon, you've got the digital monsters, you got Pokemon, obviously Pikachu and
Mm-hmm.
all of them. But it just seems to
Mm-hmm.
be some sort of elegance when it comes to storytelling when you have these other
Mm-hmm.
characters that help our main characters out.
Mm-hmm. So if you pull up the other ones right there to the side, yeah, that's the one. In season 3, we got these are all their best friends, basically. So the coolest transformation is the one on the extreme left. The horse, not that one. Oh,
Oop,
you're gonna open it. That's fine. Oh no
that's
no
what.
no, that's not good. And
Oh
you're
well.
gonna. That's fine. So on the extreme left, you have um, the horse charm, you could say. The horse miraculous. That's what they're called.
Hmm.
And these are all best friends or love interests of the main characters.
Or slight antagonist.
Yes, sort of, because there is, you can find. So the horse one is this, basically it's this dork, a computer genius who Ladybug confides in and gives him the miraculous for just one time to save the planet or whatever. The second one you can see is Viperian, or I think it's called Viperian. It's the turquoise guy. This guy is interested in Marionette, and she has a slight interest in him. So, but in their human forms. And he is this just cool, this cool guy, rock star. And he, he's trying to not lure, but you can say he's trying to, get Marionette interested in him, but very slowly. And he kind of tells her, what he feels, and that really gets to her. Well, you got Cat Noir. Then you got the bunny one. She is the strongest, apart from Ladybug. She is the strongest one because she is the time travel Kwame, the time travel miraculous, and that's very dangerous. You can't mess with time unless necessary. So she is the last resort, and she comes on. She actually stays in a charm or in a sarcophagus for 1,000 years to get to the time where she's supposed to be. So she comes out in a couple of episodes. Really interesting. Then you have the fox one. The fox miraculous is illusion. She okay. So sorry. The horse one is transportation, as in you can teletransport stuff. The snake one is that you can time travel, but like 5 minutes before, as many times as necessary, to try it out again. You got Cat Noir, which is the destruction one. These are the powers. You got the bunny, which is time travel. You got Ladybug, who is the creator. She creates and she makes well things again, you could say, Then you got the fox, which is the illusion. And the fox, the person who's behind the fox is actually Marionette's best friend. But she doesn't know that Marionette is Ladybug. So, and that's what's important in like the whole series. Ladybug, Marionette is able to keep quiet about her personality and her transformation, even with Cat Noir, because she knows the dangers of knowing the secret identities. So she is able to keep that secret. Then you got the dragon Kwame. I'm not really the dragon Kwame controls the elements of wind, water, and I don't remember. It's three elements that she can control. Then you have the turtle Kwame. And the guy behind Turtle Kwame is Cat Noir's best friend and Marionette's best friend's love interest. So you got a couple there. And the turtle is the shield power, the protectiveness power. And then you got
the tank.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah. And then you got the monkey. I mean, there are many, many, many more, because the villains do actually have Kwames. They have miraculous. So the monkey one, I don't really remember what it is, but I remember that when he throws a banana, something happens to the person who is struck with that banana. So it's kind of like an attack power, you could say. And then if you pull up the one that is right beside him, that it's down right beside that one there. So here we have another character. That's Queen Bee. Okay. So Queen Bee, right at the top right there, her power, she's actually this obnoxious girl who thinks she's all that. She has a best friend who's practically her slave. And she gets a miraculous, but they have to give them back. It's just like this one time, I give this miraculous to you, but only if you give them back. And she's kind of like an anti-hero because she, even though she is obnoxious, she doesn't really become like true evil. She does get akumatized. I'm going to get that in a second. She does get akumatized and becomes the evil Queen Bee. But her power is the power to paralyze. So,
interesting.
Yeah, so it's an attack power. She stings or something like that, and the person is paralyzed. So, I mean, nobody likes her except her best friend, but she's still not really evil. So. Now, the villains of these people, interestingly enough, do have Kwamis, and actually they have two Kwamis, two miraculous. The one is Hawkmoth, and Hawkmoth is is actually the
father.
It's the father of.
Yep.
Of our hero. Yep. And he has the power of illusion and to akumatize. So he can he feeds on evil thoughts and vibes and stuff like that. And his moths or akumas take possession of the person who's feeling bad. And the only one who can destroy those evil powers is Ladybug. So she captures that little butterfly, heals it, and then lets it go. But afterwards, Hawkmoth also has another one, which is the peacock. The peacock Akuma. So here's the thing. I'm not going to call him Darien, but I know it starts with a D. I'm pretty sure it starts with a D. Anyway, the thing is that
I don't know.
Okay, fine. So this guy, Miraculous is his boyfriend. Okay. The father's a widow, but he keeps his wife in a coffin in their mansion. They're extremely rich. I mean, they're filthy rich. But the thing is that she hasn't passed away. She's in a coma. So what happened is that they actually found the miraculous when they were on one of their travels, one of their trips. And Hawkmoth uses it, but the miraculous of the peacock, which was for this character's mother, right? That was it was damaged. So when she used it, she was affected and fell into this coma. That's the thing.
Oh wow.
So. I'm looking for the characters. I don't remember. Gosh, let's see. Gabriel Agreste is Hawkmoth. There you go. Marionette. Where is he? Where is he? I know you're here. So you have you have a lot of characters and a lot of Akumas. Now, what they did with season 4, I have no idea.
Yeah, I need to catch up on that show because I really did like it.
So,
Yeah, that's a wonderful, miraculous ladybug. I need to get caught up on that. But with that,
Adrian Agrest. I'm sorry,
Adrian.
there he is. Adrian Agrest is our main character.
There you go. All right, so we are approaching our end here. The Creepy Crochet, what do you have to plug for us?
Tomorrow, we have an amazing storytelling tomorrow. Dark mode, creepy stories coming up. New intro, and a great intro done by my good friend, Master of the TDS. I premiered that last week, and I will be using it for the rest of all the shows. And on Monday, it is going to be so amazing. We are going to have a guest on after the weekend. We're going to be reviewing Willow, one of our all-time favorites, and Ro from Scardiff Podcast. I am Ro, and he has like 5 different accounts. He's going to be joining us on that podcast. So that's going to be so amazing.
That sounds amazing.
And I don't know what you got for us.
Okay, so got a few videos coming out. I'll be doing some more pop finals on this channel, and then on my other channel, kind of been inspired by your lore videos. Something I've been wanting to do. I'm just kind of scripting it a little bit. Is doing kind of a parody of the What If series that Disney's been doing, but better. So my kind of parody is going to be Imagine If this happens.
Okay.
And so kind of the first one that I got inspired by is I got the Black series of Rey in her Darth form, in her dark side form. And I wanted to Imagine If, just getting rid of the sequel trilogy. So just keeping that aside, shelved, to put away. I want to do Imagine If, Rey actually turned to the dark side. So that's something that I kind of want to create. So that's something I'm working on for my After Dark channel. And then I'll have a manga review of Demon Slayer. Got through the first volume of that manga to review on my After Dark channel. So
that's good. That's going to be cool. Huh? That's going to be awesome. So much content, so much good stuff.
Yeah, we got a great community. But you guys know where to find us on Twitter, on our YouTube channels as well. Thank you everyone for joining us. And we'll be back in 2 weeks, back here on this channel, on my Endless Collectables channel, with another episode of the Triple C, Crochet, Collectables, and Chatting.
Hopefully, I'll have something to share with you guys.
Oh, all good. You gave us Miraculous Ladybug. It's great conversation.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
With that, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.